tell you a story today that I heard when I was a kid. Now, the story is set in old days of China. Two things you should know to make the story make sense is one, there were restaurants in old days of China. In ancient China, there were restaurants. Also, paper money was used in old days of China. Before Europeans made contact with China, paper was used to represent money. A long time ago. Okay, so knowing those two things, here's the story. You ready? A long, long time ago in China, there was a kid who was a pretty happy kid, not a bad kid, had a mummy and daddy that loved him, and he lived pretty well. But he was kind of a lazy kid, right? He was a good kid, he's friendly and everything, but yeah, he really didn't like to do any hard work. His father made good money, and his mother kept a good house. And he lazed around every day, playing here and there, and taking a nap, and going down to the stream, doing a little fishing, all the fun things that a young man would like to do. But yeah, he didn't like to work, and he didn't feel that he needed to work because they had money. They were a wealthy family, wealthy enough, anyways. And one day, his father came home, and looking at his son being so lazy every day, the father says, "Son, you need to learn the value of money. So tomorrow you are going to go into town and you are going to find some work, and you're going to work for your money tomorrow. And at the end of the day, you're going to bring your money back and show it to me. That's what I want you to do." The kid says, okay. He didn't like this idea, but he did not dare disobey his father. So the next day, he gets up and you think, oh, what am I going to do? I don't want to work. Oh, it's so hard. I've never worked before. This is not something I want to do. His mother, being gentle of heart and kind and loving her son and maybe a bit spoiling her son, met her son secretly and says, hey, why don't you take this money, and gives him some money. Just take this money and come back at the end of the day and tell your father that you worked and earned it. That way you can still relax and have fun today. And I don't want to see you suffer, and I don't want to see you have to do hard work. So play your day, take the money, pretend you earned it. The son says, thanks, Mom, I love you. And then takes the money, goes out, takes a nap, does some fishing, does the fun things he likes to do for the day, comes back that evening as the father's coming home, and he goes up to his father and he says, Dad, look. And he holds up his money. He says, Dad, I made this money today. I earned it. I have learned the value of money. And the father says, let me see that. Takes the money from the son, looks at it, and he throws the money into the fire. And the son and the mom are gasping, but that's money you just threw in the fire. And the father says, you did not earn this money. Do it again tomorrow. Tomorrow you must actually go into town and actually work and really make some money, and then you will learn the value of money. So the next day the kid's ready to leave the house thinking, oh, I don't want to do hard work. Oh, it's going to be so terrible. I don't like working. Oh, I want to go fishing. It's such a beautiful day too. I just want to go play. And the mother, being kind of heart, and takes pity on her son and seeing him stress and worry and all this anxiety, the mom says, you know what? Here's some more money. Take it. But don't be an idiot, okay? Make yourself look tired. Put some dirt on your face and make it look like you've done actual work when you come back today. And then your father will believe it and everything will be okay, and then you can keep playing, okay? So go off. The kid says, oh, takes the money, says, thanks, Mom, I love you. And he goes off and he plays and he does some fishing and he hangs out and he runs around with his friends and he doesn't, have a really relaxing, nice day. But he remembers this time before coming home, puts a little dirt on his head and his face and rubs it around and gets his clothes a little bit stained and just looking tired. And he comes home, exhausted and a bit dirty, and he sees his father and says, Father, today I have truly gone into town and I have truly worked for my money. And look, this is what I earned today. And he shows his father. Father says, wow, you look like you worked pretty hard. Let me see that. Father takes the money, looks at it. And again, the father throws the money into the fire. And the son goes, and the mother gasps and says, why did you do that? That was hard-earned money. The father says, no, you did not earn your money. You have not learned the value of money. Tomorrow, you must actually go into town and you must actually work. This is your last chance. You'll have to do it. Well, the son didn't like this. So the next morning he got up. He's thinking, what's mommy going to do? Well, what good idea is she going to think of? I bet it's something creative because mommy's pretty smart. So he waits around, and sure enough, his mom comes out, meets him in front of the house, and mom says, hey, son, I have no money for you. I love you, and I want you to be happy, but your father is right, and you do actually have to go and earn some money and learn the value of money. You've never worked a day in your life. Now go off and be with. Well, with no help at all, the son has no choice. He trudges into town. He's unhappy. He's walking towards the town, and he looks around, and there's a little hill, and someone's building a house on top of the hill. And there's a few people working away, and there's a foreman there with a paper calculating what they need and setting up a schedule for the day. And the kid goes to the foreman and says, hey, Mr. Foreman, can I earn some money? Is there some work you want done? Can I do something? The foreman says, you want to make money? Well, you look kind of scrawny, but you know what? Okay, fine. I got all these bricks here. There's a big load of bricks, and bricks are heavy. All of these bricks, I need you to take them up the hill to those workers up there so that they can keep building the house. The boy says, okay, and picks up brick. Oh, it's heavy. The foreman says, not like that. Pick up like 4 at a time. The kid picks up, stacks 4 bricks. Oh, it's really heavy. It's not fun at all. And he carries the brick and he walks up the hill. I'm like, oh, it's tiring. Ow, and it hurts his hands. Oh, this is not nice at all. But he looks down, and there's still a big load of bricks. And the worker's like, you only got 4. Hurry up, we need more bricks. And the kid says, oh, okay. He runs down the hill, picks up more bricks, comes back up, and the workers are like, that's more like it. Just do it faster. Come on, we need more bricks. And the kid says, oh, his hand, it hurts. His legs, oh, it hurts from running, coming up that little hill. It's not easy. But he goes down, he gets more bricks, he goes back up and down and up and down and up and down. All morning, the kid carries bricks up the hill. It hurts. The sun is hot. He's sweltering. He's exhausted. He even cut his finger on one of the corners. Oh, he's not happy about this at all. When it's all said and done, all the bricks are up there and the workers are working happily building away. The foreman says, hey kid, come on down here. And the kid says, yes sir. The foreman says, well, you did okay. You got those bricks up. Here's the money for your troubles. There you go. Thanks. Come back again if you want to do some more. And the kid looks at the money. It's not a lot of money. But then he looks at, hey, I did it. I earned this money. I made this. Ow, my hands hurt. Oh, my legs. I'm tired and I'm sweaty. But I actually earned money. Wow. And he looks at the money and looks, it's beautiful. It's so nice. Tucks it away and goes into the house, decides, you know what? I deserve a treat. He goes into town, he goes to the little local water fountain, drinks some water, and he looks over and he sees a restaurant preparing, opening the shutters after lunch. We're getting ready for dinner. And the owner is up front sweeping away and tired and cursing and just angry. And the kid goes over and says, hey, Mr. Restaurant Owner, well, what's wrong? And the restaurant owner says, well, you see, kid, my worker didn't show up today. Something happened, probably got sick or something. And I need to clean out the front of this restaurant here. See all these dirty tables and the dirty floor? I need this cleaned out. But I have to go to the back and get all the ingredients and stuff and get stuff ready for dinner. And I can't do both and have the restaurant open in time to serve dinner for everyone. And kid says, oh, well, how about this? What about if I help you and you pay me some money? Can I do some work for you? And the restaurant owner says, okay, sure, yeah, you look kind of scrawny, but okay, come on in. So the restaurant owner says, here's a broom, here's a mop, here's a bucket, here's a cloth. I need you to sweep out the whole floor here. I need you to mop this floor when it's done. I need you to clear the tables and wipe them. The whole place has to be clean, right? You know what that's like, right, kid? And the kid, who'd gone to a lot of restaurants and eaten a lot of meals, says, yep, I know it's how it's supposed to be. He knows he likes a clean restaurant. So the restaurant owner goes to the back of the restaurant to get ingredients and start preparing the food. And the kid starts sweeping and sweeping. It's kind of gross. There's like bits of food on the floor. There's a chicken bone over there. There's and some of the stuff been on there like all day and starting to stink a little bit. And he's sweeping. He doesn't like it, but oh man. But he looks around like, oh, it's so gross. Like nobody's gonna want to eat in a restaurant like this. So he sweeps and sweeps and sweeps until it's all swept away. Takes the mop and he mops the floor and he cleans the floor and yeah, it's looking pretty good. And he wipes the tables and he cleans the tables and it's really tiring. His shoulder hurts from all the sweeping and wiping, and his hands are getting all like puckered from being wet all the time with the rags and the bucket, and his legs are hurting him from because these legs are still sore from this morning, and it's kind of gross cleaning up after a restaurant that's been left like this. It's just, it smells and it's dirty, but you know what? He thinks, hey, I made some money this morning. I can do it again. And so he just wiped and cleaned and cleaned the entire afternoon. Instead of playing, instead of napping, instead of fishing, he just cleaned the place the whole afternoon. Finally, he finished. Oh, he's exhausted. His clothes are kind of stinks a bit from all the garbage he had to take out, and his hands are dirty. He washed them really carefully, washed his face, washed up. And just then the restaurant owner comes out and says, wow, kid, you did a great job. And the kid says, I did? Nobody's ever told him he did a great job before. And it feels kind of good. And he's really happy. And the restaurant owner said, hey, here's some money. Thanks a lot for your work, kid. And come back again if you want to do some more work. And the kid says, wow, thank you, sir. Thank you. And he looks at the money. It's not a lot of money. It's a lot less than his mom gave him just to hang around and do nothing all day. But he earned this money. This is money that he worked for. And he looks at it. Oh, it looks great. And it feels so good to hold it. And he put his money away and he thinks, oh, sun's going down. Dad's going to be home soon. Oh, I can't wait to show him. And he's so happy. He runs home and he says, Mom, I did it. I made money. And Mom says, oh, great, come inside. Your father's already in. And the kid runs in, smelling a bit like garbage, dirt on his pants, his hands all blistered, just sweat pouring off everywhere. He's just dirty, just a mess today. He comes in and sees his dad and he says, Dad, guess what? I went and I lifted bricks up a slope and I helped these workers build a house with the bricks that I gave them. And then I cleaned the front of a restaurant so the restaurant can be clean and people can be eating there. And it was really nice. And on the way back, guess what? I turned around, I saw people were starting to eat at the restaurant and I felt really good to see people eating in the restaurant that I cleaned. And and on the way back, I saw the house was like mostly built and someone was lighting a little fire inside and it was getting lit up and someone's going to live in that house, Dad. I helped to have a house built. That's going to be someone's home one day. It's really nice. And Dad, you're right. Work is really hard and I didn't want to do it at first, but I did it and it was so much work and it was not fun at all, but I felt really good that I accomplished something and I felt really good looking at the result of all my labors today. And best of all, Dad, I did it, really. Look, I made this money with my own hands. I worked and I made this money. And the father says, you made this money, honestly? The son says, yes, I did, Dad. I really did. Father takes the money and looks at it and fans out. It's not a lot of money, but he looks at his son and the son's beaming with pride. You know what the father did then? The father takes the money and throws it in the fire. But this time, the son dives in and reaches into his fire, reaches into there, burning his hands to pull out the money and rescue it and save him, blowing it, because this money now, even though it's a very small amount, is so precious to him. He's holding the money, blowing out the little burnt edges and holding it and looking at it. And now his father comes over and puts a hand on the son's shoulder and says, my son, now you truly understand the value of money and the value of hard work. That's the end of the story. Thank you very much for listening. I hope you enjoyed it.